Frozen Flame is an open-world survival RPG with a forgettable storyline that you can encounter by interacting with tablets in the open world and speaking to NPCs. Graphic style is reminiscent of Zelda or Genshin Impact. It even has similar looking enemies that have unique drops. There's some good ideas, but a bunch of mechanics that are unfun. Fatigue system. In my mind, it just does not make any sense. Fatigue reduces your maximum stamina. With a full fatigue meter, you only have about half of your stamina to work with, so you have to store up on water or build beds everywhere you go. But beds are not like in every other survival game. You most likely think you can just sleep in your bed and the night is over. But not in Frozen Flame. You just lay there awkwardly for some minutes until your fatigue buff runs out. This feels like they added beds without the mechanic first. Later they tacked on an unfun and useless debuff just so you have to build a bed. You need stamina for everything, be it combat, running around, or flying as a bird. While flying, there's no easy way to control your altitude, so you have to flail your mouse around. Your stamina runs out quickly while flying. Your only way to get to a faraway island is to glide there. You glide once you run out of stamina. Once you reach this point of the game, you only have small islands and a handful of enemies to explore. The sense of discovery just faded. Combat. It is simple. You have one button to attack, one button to block, and one button to dodge. There are some abilities you can get through the talent tree, which will spice up the gameplay. Hitboxes are weird. Creatures are hitting you through walls, especially casters. Wind-up attacks are hard to see. So dodging feels like you have to be lucky to get the right timing. Bow and staff have very low durability, so they break easily, even while fighting. Not just your weapons will break constantly, also your buildings will deteriorate very fast. Just building something requires a lot of materials, even very basic stuff. I don't see the point in building something big or pretty. You have to leave that area anyway later in the game. Cooking feels bad. You can only cook one meal at a time, so you have to check up on your food every few minutes to collect it and let it prepare another one. Preparing food will take more and more time. Cooked meals are a good way to get buffs, like specific resistances, and also recover some HP, even though the recover rate is laughable compared to how much HP you have. Every meal shares a cooldown with the others in the same tier. You have to find another way to regain your HP. Thankfully, there's a healing ability, which kinda feels mandatory. You level up through quests, defeating monsters and completing rituals. To activate the ritual, you go up to one of those stones and activate it. For some, you need to find smaller stones hidden in the area. Others have you shooting some floating seeds. Once you complete it, you get a Frozen Flame you can use to advance your talent tree. In the later parts of the game, it looks like the devs gave up on that idea. Frozen Flame is not a horrible game, but also does not bring anything new or good to the survival genre. Hopefully I'm in the wrong and they can get a sinking ship back on track.